James Ernest of the Grueling Truth here with Monster Jam driver Justin Sipes, driver of Megalodon. So, Justin, where are you from?
I'm from Flaherty, Kentucky, down close to Fort Knox.
Nice. So, when you're going to be in town for the upcoming event, it'll be kind of like a homecoming. That, and then is there like a Louisville or Lexington stop this year?
There is Louisville, but it's not. I'm actually not doing that one. So the closest one will be the Cincinnati one.
Oh, cool. So, how has your monster or motocross career prepared you for your Monster Jam career?
I would say mostly just the competitiveness of it. I've been racing dirt bikes since I was 3.5. Got my first dirt bike at 2. So I like to win. I'm competitive at anything and everything, and I got a brother that's 4 years older than me, so I had to keep up with him, my whole life. And so I would just say the competitiveness of it, just the want to win, and how much fun I have in competing and having good competition. I don't like going out there. It's never as fun to me when you go out there and you can just beat everybody really easy. It's always funner, or it's always more fun to get pushed by the other drivers or the other riders, and you learn more about yourself. You get better for it, for getting pushed. You increase your skill, and I love competing, and also we did so the main Monster Jam season was a triple threat, and we raced ATVs and speedsters, and ATV is kind of like a dirt bike with 4 wheels.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was kind of comfortable on it, just threw a twist throttle on it, so it's more like a dirt bike, and that was really comfortable for me. And then the speedsters, I rode side-by-sides, or drove side-by-sides around the farm and stuff, so that came kind of easy to me as well.
So was last season your rookie year?
Yes, 2017.
So what was that like?
It was good. Last year was all but 2 of us on the series. We were on the Triple Threat Central. We were all rookies. There were 6 rookies, and then 2 that had been doing it for a while. So it was, like I was saying earlier, I didn't learn as much because we were all trying to learn, and we were learning from each other. But none of us had a lot of time in the truck, or a lot of skill in the truck, because it was our first year. So
most
it was really good.
Even footing, basically, it sounded like.
Yeah. So, it was good, and we learned stuff and fed off each other and everything else. But this year, I feel like I got a lot better just because I was with people that had been doing it for a while, and they knew all these tricks. And because last year, it was like kind of, instead of practicing the new tricks, we would just kind of feed off each other and try to, come up with some new stuff and everything. And this year, I got to actually watch some people that, have been doing it for a while. So it was just a lot better, and I had to step my game up, to keep up with them and be able to beat them. So it was good. I loved it. I loved the competition, and I loved that it was harder. It was really nerve-wracking coming towards the end of the season when the points were on the line, and the automatic bid to World Finals was on the line and all that. It was super nerve-wracking, but I loved it.
Sounds great. You mentioned about people with experience and just being able to learn from them. Speaking of that, how has Tom Meents influenced your career?
He actually is the one that taught me how to drive a Monster Jam truck. We go Tomashahan University, and he's the the lead teacher up there. He's teaching us everything we need to know. He taught us the basics of driving a truck to some of the packs and poppers and the tricks and stuff that we're actually doing out there. And just learning from him, it's ridiculous how good he is in the truck. I mean, he's been doing it for 25 years, so it just comes second nature to him. And just to have that opportunity for him to pass it down to us, it was awesome. I mean, it was unbelievable. Coming in brand new and getting to hang out with Tom and him teach us stuff. It was awesome.
In your rookie year, you won the Arena Save of the Year. What is that?
Yeah, this year I won the Arena Save of the Year. It was just, so there's 3 triple threat arena tours, and I think there's another just regular arena tour. So if somebody has a really, really good save, like they almost flip over, they do flip over and then they bring it back to 4 wheels or whatever, a really good save, then, their tour managers and stuff will send it in as a nominee of Save of the Year, and then at Vegas it all gets voted on. And then they announce, the best of all that was sent in, and I actually ended up getting that trophy. So
Nice. So it's saving your vehicle.
Yeah, just, instead of a not save would be flipping over and ending your run. Mm-hmm. So doing something where it seems like you are going to be ending your run by flipping over and staying flipped over, and then you pull out of it and get back on all 4 wheels and finish your whole run.
So
it's just a save. Pretty much, you're saving yourself from crashing.
Okay, well, nice. That's always a good thing, to be able to keep the run going, be able to keep the fans entertained.
Yep.
So I read somewhere that you make your own fishing lures. How long have you been doing that for?
I started making the crankbaits, the wooden baits, last fall. I've made some spinner baits and bunk baits and stuff like that before, but the wooden crankbaits, I started that the fall of 2016, so right before I started Monster Jam. And so it's just a hobby, and it's fun, catching fish from your own lures, and you can make them however you wanted with whatever kind of rattles you want, and this, that, and other. And it's time consuming, but it's fun, and it's you get a lot out of catching fish off something that you made from scratch.
How important is family to you?
Family is everything to me. I mean, that's the whole reason I'm where I'm at. Growing up racing dirt bikes, I still don't understand how they did it, but my mom was a teacher, and my dad owns, him and his brother own a farm equipment company where they do repair and they sell bush hog stuff and this, that, and the other. And me and my brother, we would race every weekend. So they would, my dad would get off work at 6:30 Friday night, drive all night, all over the country, drive all night, get there Saturday morning with no sleep, and we'd race all day Sunday, and then they would drive back Sunday night through the night and go to work Monday, just so we could have the careers we do. I was professional dirt bike, supercross, motocross for 8 years before Monster Jam, and my brother is actually that's still what he does for a living, is race dirt bikes. So there's no way that we could ever be in this position without family. And then, my whole family's coming up this weekend, and my mom and dad, my girlfriend, they try to come to every event. They were in Vegas for the World Finals. They went to almost all of my events, you know, whether if it means them drive 9 hours or 12 hours or whatever to do it, they come and support me. So just having that support is everything to me.
Sounds great. I mean, that's the way it should be. I agree with you with, having that nice, close-knit family. And then I've read that, speaking of about close-knit, the teams and the competitors in Monster Jam are that way as well. Is that the case?
Yeah. I mean, it's just a big family. Our number one priority is, putting on a show for the fans. Making the fans, making their money worth it to them. And so we're not going to, we all got different crew chiefs and different teams with different trucks and this, that, and the other. But if somebody breaks and everybody else's truck is still running in good condition, everybody pitches in on whoever's broke. Because we want to get that out. We want the fans to see every single truck in every single event. So everybody pitches in and works their tails off, just trying to get. It could be my main competitor that's battling me in points, but my crew chief is going to go over there and help him get back into the event, because we don't want to win like that. We don't want to win by them being broke. We want to win by making a better run or having more skill or whatever. So yeah, there was many a times when there would be 4 or 5 different teams working on my truck to change the transmission in 15 minutes in intermission, so I could go out and do donuts and freestyle. So it's the same. Everybody helps everybody. Out there on the track, it's different. It's we're trying to win everything else, but off the track, we're all friends, we're all buddies, and we don't normally stay mad at each other for more than 20, 30 minutes, and then we're best buddies. So it's just like a huge family.
What do you have to do winning-wise to get to Vegas? Do you have to win so many tour stops, so many points? How do they figure that out?
So there's different series. So we're on our different tours. This year we're on the Triple Threat East, and I think we did 30 events. So I don't remember how many weekends that was. It was every weekend from the first weekend in January until March 23rd, with the exception of we had 2 weekends off. We did 30 events, and within the events, on the Triple Threat tours, we actually did the speedsters and the ATVs, and there was actually six competitions in each event. Winning each competition was 8 points. The winner got 8, second got 7, and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. So over the course of the first 3 months of the year, which was our point season, you just kept track of all those points, and then whoever had the most points at the end of the season got the automatic bid to Vegas. And our tour actually was the closest points race in history of Monster Jam. We went through 30 events, and me and Jared Eichelberger were tied with points going into the very last show. And Brandon Benson and Gravedigger was 8 points behind us going into the last show. So after all, I had 1,040-something points, and after all those points and all those events, we were still that close at the end. So it was, like I said, it was nerve-wracking, but we got it done.
You mentioned the influence of Tom at Monster Jam University. What advice would you give to someone who's interested in becoming a Monster Jam driver?
I would say, just keep following that dream. Keep doing everything you can. Go to the Monster Jam shows. Talk to the people, the crew guys, the drivers. Just get your name out there and just keep at it. Like I've told this story before, and I think it was in 8th grade. I had a teacher, it was career day, and I had a teacher, she was going around asking what everybody wanted to be when they grew up, and I said I wanted to be a professional motocross racer. And she told me to pick a real job that could actually happen. And then, 10 years later, that's what I did. I was a professional motocross racer. So what I would say is don't let anybody tell you you can do anything that you put your mind to. It's just a matter of how bad do you want it? How bad are you going to work to get it?
I hear that you're a big fan of the fan interaction. Do you prefer the post or the pregame pit parties, or more so the post race autograph autograph signings?
I like them both. The pre-show pit party is a little more interactive. They come through and we can get pictures with all of them, and we have a little bit more time with each person, each fan coming through than we do on the post-show autographs. So I would say I would like the pit party better, but I like them both. We still talk to all the fans, on each one. You just you get a little more time at the pit parties.
And I hear those are only $10.
Yes, if you buy a ticket to the Monster Jam show, the pit party, I believe, is $10. Yes.
Wow, that is awesome.
So it's just $10 extra onto your ticket, but just make sure you get that when you get your ticket. And then it's only $10 extra, and you get the whole hour and a half of the pit party.
Nice. So in other words, with this upcoming weekend, you're going to be in Cincinnati, Ohio at US Bank Arena. Fans can come down either early Saturday, late Saturday, or on Sunday. Show up, at the appropriate times for the pit parties for that additional $10 along with their the price of their ticket, and get to meet and interact with you and the other drivers.
Yeah. Yep. We'll all be in. You get to see all the trucks up close and personal. All the trucks will be on the floor, and you come down and get to take pictures in front of the trucks with us and all that. I will say the pit parties are right before the 1 o'clock shows. So if you're coming to the Saturday evening show, there's actually not a pit party right before that. That's just because we do a 1 o'clock show. And it lasts anywhere from 2 to 2.5 hours, and then we gotta eat lunch and get geared up to do it all over again. So there's not time in between those two shows to have a pit party. So if you're interested
in the pit party, go to the first show on Saturday. In other words.
Yes, and we have a pit party on Sunday. So the pit parties will start at 10:30 a.m. and go till 12 p.m. And that's when the doors open for everybody to come in. So everybody will go up to the stands, and then we're going to come up in the stands and hang out with everybody and do our pre-show interviews and everything. And then at 1 o'clock is when the show starts.
And the way I understand it, it's going to be Megalodon, Max D, Iron Warrior, Hurricane Force, which is a new vehicle for Cincinnati to see, Gravedigger, and Storm Damage, and then the new Wonder Woman vehicle?
Yep. As far as I know, that is the lineup. And I know, let's see, me, Wonder Woman, Megalodon, Wonder Woman, Gravedigger, and Max D. Also, I think Matt Cody and Corey Schneider going to be there. So I guess all but two of the people that are going to be there were actually on my tour in the first quarter of the year.
Oh, nice. So, like you said, it's a very competitive tour, so this should be a lot of fun for fans. You said there's multiple events for fans to check out. Oh, and then, of course, one of my favorite new things is the voting process. How does that work?
Yeah, so we wanted, instead of having, they used to pick fans to vote, and there was 5 or 6 fans that were actually the judges and pick them to vote. Well, Monster Jam wanted they wanted everybody to be able to vote. They wanted everybody in the arena or in the stadium to be an influence on that score. So you actually go right after the run is over, and they'll announce and say, "Go judgeszone.com." There's a special code. They'll tell you all this before the show. There's a special code that you have to put in. It'll be like a 3-digit code, just so it knows what event you're at. And it's judgeszone.com. So after each one of our runs, you'll get, I think, 20 seconds. And you slide the DKP tire up or down on whatever score you want them. So that way, everybody in the whole arena gets to choose who wins or loses, as far as the judging, the fan judged events go.
Justin, before we let you go, if fans are wanting to learn more about you on social media, website, that kind of thing, where should they go to learn and interact with you?
I have a Facebook fan page, so you can just go look up Justin Sipes. And then I have an Instagram. You can search me for just Justin Sipes, or my what is it called, a handle or whatever it is. My username or whatever is @PoohSipes. It's POOH Sipes.
Yeah, actually, shoot, before I do let you go, I do want to ask you about that one. Is it Winnie the Pooh, or is it the other type?
That's what it was. When I was a baby, I was fat like Winnie, so they called me Pooh Bear.
Oh,
And that's stuck. The only people that know me by Justin is the racing industry. I grew up my whole life, and school, teachers, everybody called me Pooh. And it sounds really weird for everybody that don't know me, but it's just normal to me, and that's what I've always went by up until, my turn, or racing, I always had to sign up as Justin, and then Monster Jam, everybody knows me as Justin, but as far as everybody back home and everything, I still go by Pooh.
Oh, shoot, that's understandable. I'm a Kentucky boy as well, so I know how it is with nicknames.
Yeah.
So, Justin, thank you for coming on the show. We look forward to seeing your big event on this weekend at US Bank Arena.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
Thank you. Best
Thanks
of
for
luck.
having me.
Welcome.